Come back, guys. So I was supposed to add some pockets in here, so totally forgot to add some pockets in here. So let's do that. So I'm going to be using an internal line to more or less create this. Okay. So I'm going to use internal rectangle. So the pocket should be roughly roughly around here. Maybe not too much towards the armpit region though. I need to push it forward a bit. This should be affecting. This should be on both sides. That's exactly what we want. Forward a bit. I think around here should be fine. You just kind of eyeball the length of that pocket in there. Okay. Let's figure out if this measurement is, if the size for this is accurate enough. Yeah, I think somewhere around here should be fine. Maybe slightly higher. Okay, that's fine. This should work just fine, I believe. So I would select these edges. I want to convert them to curves. It's way too expanded, way too much. Don't need something this sharp. We can do something like, I have a few ideas in mind though. Let's see how we can make that work. So I'm going to add a point around maybe 0.2 ish should be fine. 0.2 ish also, two rather, not 0 points, just 2 points. 2 should be just fine. Okay, so let's see how this works. Let me go back here and select these points and convert that point to curve points. Let's see, it's still not looking the way I want. Though if I adjust this, I can kind of average that in there though. But that just feels like too much work for this piece. That just feels like too much work for this piece. I'm just going to leave this squarish. I'm going to leave that squarish. Let's see. Okay, this is another idea too. It's a bit more. Okay, I think we can do something instead. We can do something like, let me bring that back. Let me bring back those points. Control Y. It's not bringing back those points, so I need to add that again. So let me go to around 2. Let's see, 3. Yeah, so 2.5. Seem to have hit that accidentally. I think I hit that accidentally. Let me just select that, hold down shift and bring that to around. I think I need to do this again. The measurement seems a bit off now. Delete that, do it again, and make sure we have this at 2 points, around 2.5. Yes, 2.5 in here. Then 2.5 also in here. I'm going to zoom out to be sure if it's fine. If not, I will just have to make some corrections to it. I think this is way too much though. Okay, let's just see. Let's see 2.5 also around here. Okay. If that's not looking good enough, I'll just have to put that at around 2. Let's get this around 2.5 also. Trying to be as precise as possible. Seems to be missing 1, just value of 1. Almost there. Yes, there now. Okay, so I'm going to select. I'm going to selecting this point. Let me see if I can do a delete for that. Okay, delete for this also. So you have something like so. This seems fine. That's extended out way too much. So I will have to select this and push this forward. Forward all the way to 1. A value of 1 ish should be fine. Select this also, push this all the way to a value of 1. A distance of 1. I think this is, yes in centimeters, so 1 centimeter actually, just to tell you guys the precise unit I'm using for this. Let me simulate this. Seems to be having this weird, what's with all this weird intersection? Okay, not simulating properly. Let me change this up to, okay, simulate normal. And put that back to GPU simulation. I don't understand. I don't know why GPU simulation is not working correctly. Guessing I might need to restart. We need to restart this. These sounds are interesting. So you can get this layer. So I don't want to clone. Is there a way to bring this forward? Yes, order, bring forward. This also order, bring forward. Let me use bring to front instead. So I'll bring this all the way to the front. I don't know if this should I don't know if this should affect. I don't know if this would affect the simulation. I'm just giving it a try to see what that gives us. I prefer the GPU simulation. The GPU simulation that was a bit faster for me. This CPU simulation seems to be acting really weird. Seems to be acting really weird. When I simulate with GPU again, GPU simulation is acting really weird. Some are just pulling, just kind of messed up my simulation. Honestly, the simulation looks messed up now. I think I'll need to restart this. I will just have to restart this. Trying to undo to kind of bring this forward again. This is really annoying. Let me do a quick save and then restart this. Then I'll restart this. Okay, so I've done reset for. I've just closed and opened Marvelous Designer, so that kind of fix the issue. So now I can freely simulate with the GPU, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to pin. Let me just pin this up here. So I'll drag this up and pause this, and I'll do a pin. I'll pin this part. Okay, and I'll drag this up here also. And so pause the simulation. And just drag this. Pause the simulation, and I'll pin this also. Pin this around here. Okay. It's fine. Let me see if I can adjust this. This should be I believe this should be the top part. Here the pin is actually there, so I want to kind of extend this out like so, maybe around 6. Do the same thing also for the other side, extend this out around 6. Let me run a simulation for this. Let's see what that gives us. So I want to move the pin in here, so I'm just going to hold Control and drag a selection around here to remove that pin. Okay, fair enough. Now back to these pockets. Let's get this over with. Don't know, still feels like I should extend this out a bit more, maybe down. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to extract this out as a polygon. Let's see. Yes, clone as pattern. So I'll do a clone as pattern for this. Let me just set this here. Do you have one? We need one for the other side too. It's like I selected only one part. Like I selected only one part for this. Let me make sure both sides are selected. Both sides selected. Can't even tell. Okay. Even as pattern, okay, it seems like it's only one side that has been selected. But that's fine. I'll just do a symmetry, hold and shift, and just get this roughly around here. Symmetry be showing. Yeah, the other one is all the way here, so let me just bring this closer. Select the two, bring them up and forward. I think they should be fine here. I want to give them a different material. So let me give them this white material just to separate them out. Then I'm going to start sewing this up. But before I do that, let me make copy paste, put this on top. So this particular one will be for the closing of the pockets. So I'll need to shrink this all the way here like so. Now that seems way too much. That seems a bit much. Too much. Okay, now extend this out a bit. Okay, so let me freeze that. Let me freeze this up first for now. Then use the segment tool and just stitch this together. Just sew this up. Things should be affecting both sides, so yes, it's affecting both sides. That's exactly what we want. Okay, then I'll hit simulate to kind of get that in there. Right. Oh, I think one part is missing. I'm missing one part, so segment 2 again. So this piece goes to this piece, then this piece goes to this piece. I don't have gaps in between, so let me stitch that up. Yes, better now. Stitched up quite nicely. That's fine. Don't know if it's too close to the armpit though. It's kind of too close to that armpit part. Let me just leave it the way it is. Based on the deformation of the clothes on the body, so we have that kind of effect as if it's too close to the armpit, but that's completely fine. That's completely fine. So now I'm going to, let's see how, let me bring this guys closer. Can't I move this? Great. Let me just move this as an individual piece. Okay. So I'm going to check. I think this is right. This should be what this is right. And let me just put this roughly, put this around here and see. Yes, this seems fine. Maybe too wide. Yes, probably too wide. Let me just shrink this in like so. My PC tends to slow every change I make down a bit more, a bit too much. So, but that's fine. So, selecting these two pieces, I want to give them a different color of materials. Let me give it this. Let me give it this material. They're a bit frozen up though, so we need to unfreeze them by activating them. Do a quick save. Okay. So let's push them down roughly around there, should be fine. So what I'm going to do is to kind of measure the length up here for this. So we have 12.83. And what I'm going to do is to draw an internal line that is precisely 12.83. Get a closer view in here. Let me just draw, hold down shift, draw a line like so, enter to apply that. Is there a way? Is there a way? You know what? Let me see if there's a way to let me to measure this up. With internal line. I'm lost. Let me just do the normal way I do it, then I'll just roughly measure that in. So this is, how long is this? 12.13. So let me make some adjustment to this. So we need 12.83. Let me just be sure again. Let me just try and make sure. 12.83. Is there a way to go to the settings for this? Change length. Oh yeah, cool. So we can just actually do this in here. 12.83. 12.83. Let me do this on both ends. Okay, so that has kind of done that for us already, so that's fine. So let me just put this roughly around here. Let me take the reference image again. So roughly around here should be fine. Okay, then I can do a segment, so I'll just stitch this top part to this internal line. Okay, so now run the simulation for this. That seems to stitch up quite nicely. So you kind of rest. I don't know why it's floating. Just floating up. Probably give this a different fabric material. Let me give this a different fabric. Just floating way too high. So I create a new fabric. Let me just name this pocket cover, more or less, and change the color. Okay, maybe slightly darker. Apply it to this, and apply it to this also. Then for the preset, let's use something that is very light. I think polyester was actually very light. Does not seem to be agreeing to be pushed down. Okay. I probably need to use the button feature for this. Well, let's try a different approach. Let's try a different approach for this. I think a simple line should be fine now. Yes, I think a simple line should be fine. So I'm going to draw an internal line for this. Just a straight line should be fine. From here all the way to this point. I hit enter to apply that. Okay. Then I will just do segments, so I'll just sew this up in here. So that will just kind of force, so that should kind of force it down. Just need to push it down a bit more though. The internal line needs to come down a bit more, so let me just push this down some more until you kind of get it to look a bit firm and straighter. I think we're almost there. To some extent, this seems almost fine. We push it down a bit more. Hold down shift. I want to kind of stretch it out. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Is it now? Yeah, this should be fine. I think from a distance, that looks fine. That looks absolutely fine from a distance. So I want to kind of increase the texture, the density for this. So I will just put this around 15. Well, rather, sorry, the particle distance rather, just to have more subdivision in there. Now run a simulation again. Let's see what we have. So that should more or less relax things up a bit more, make things feel a bit more defined. Okay, let's work. Okay, just push things and just get things to feel right a bit more. How long should this be? I'm not even sure. How long should this be? Just trying to figure out how long this should be. Maybe this front should be a bit longer. Let's see if I can select, hold and shift, select this two and push it down some more. I think that would affect the back. That should affect the length at the back. I'm not supposed to touch these points. I'm not supposed to touch that point. Now it's a bit excess, so let me undo that. I think what I need to adjust is mostly this. Yes, mostly this. Now run the simulation again. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely live with this. Simulation taking a bit longer to run though, but I think this length should be just about right for this. Let's see if I can push this up a bit more. I like this deformation in there though. So I'm going to select this piece and then freeze that. Let's freeze. Push this up a bit higher. No, it's supposed to be the opposite. Should be coming out instead. Now freeze this also. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I think we can call this shirts done. Let me see. So it just seems to be jumping all over the place. Can always fix that in ZBrush. You can just extend that out. But for now, I think this looks fine. It's definitely fine. I can work with this. Okay. Alright, so let me save this. I'll see you guys in the next lesson where we'll actually create the trousers for this. Bye for now.